Jesus had withdrawn from the familiar roads of Galilee, moving quietly toward the distant regions of Tyre and Sidon, Gentile territory, far from the crowds and noise. His ministry had been full, exhausting even, and this journey was meant to be a breath of quiet. But quiet was not what awaited him. From the edges of the marketplace, a woman burst forward, her voice trembling with anguish, yet charged with faith. "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is tormented terribly by a demon." Her cry pierced the air. This was not the cry of a casual request. It was the cry of a mother fighting for her child, fueled by a love deeper than fear and a faith bold enough to cross boundaries she was never meant to cross. She was Canaanite, an outsider in every sense. She had stepped into a space culturally closed to her, a woman among Jewish men, a Gentile calling on Israel's Messiah. But her desperation pushed her forward anyway. At first, Jesus said nothing. The silence sat heavy, stretching her hope thin. The disciples shifted uncomfortably, whispering among themselves, wishing she would go away. "Master, send her away," they urged. "She keeps crying out after us." Then Jesus spoke, not to her, but about her. "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel." A line drawn, a boundary made visible. Anyone else might have stepped back, wounded, humiliated, convinced that the door to healing had slammed shut. But something in her refused to leave. She moved closer. She fell to her knees. "Lord, help me." Now Jesus turned fully toward her, and his next words landed like a blow. "It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs." The insult was sharp. In that moment, her breath could have faltered. Her dignity could have shattered. She could have quietly disappeared into the crowd, carrying the weight of rejection. But this mother, this warrior, stood her ground, because she knew something. Even a closed door is still within reach if God is behind it. And so, without missing a beat, she answered, "Yes, Lord. But even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." Her voice did not tremble. It carried both humility and unshakable confidence. She refused to let silence stop her. She refused to let cultural exclusion define her. She refused to let pain close her mouth. She believed that even the smallest portion of God's goodness was enough to heal her daughter. And Jesus, moved, astonished, deeply stirred, broke into a smile. "Woman, great is your faith. Let it be done for you as you desire." In that very moment, miles away, her daughter was healed. The Canaanite woman teaches us that faith is not always quiet. Sometimes it pushes back, wrestles, persists. God invites partnership, not passivity. Your voice matters, even when heaven seems silent at first. A closed door is not always a final answer. Desperation plus faith and breakthrough. She shows us that real relationship with God includes persistence, that we can bring our fear, our pain, our arguments, our hopes, our fight, and God meets us there, even in our struggle, even in our breath, even when the first answer seems like no, because sometimes the miracle sits on the other side of not giving up.